Shriyuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we have 61 devotees so far. That's 10 times more than what I expected when I advertised the course. So welcome everyone. So I'm recording this also so that I can share it with other participants who are not able to attend today. So what is our goal of this course? So in our group today, we also have another devotee called Siddhahari Prabhu. So you can see he's right here. And Siddhahari Prabhu is working with us. And we have developed a website. Okay. So we have developed a website and all our materials, online lessons will be there. We came up with a unique idea here. You will be able to study by the end of this course. Our goal is the 108 important shlokas of the Bhagavad-Gita. We will break down the Sanskrit of the important verses, so you will be able to read it. When all these verses will begin to make sense, then when you read any scripture, the Sanskrit will begin to make sense. It's better to learn with examples. So the Sanskrit we are going to introduce, since most people present here are Hare Krishna devotees. So we are introducing from the book called Harinamamrita Vyakarana. So this is a spiritual Sanskrit. Sanskrit is already spiritual. But then we want to use it. We want to not use it in the sense, we want to apply it. We want to apply this Sanskrit for our spiritual development. No audio? Can everyone hear?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Everyone can hear. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
We can.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right. So I just got a message. I think please rejoin. I would say because I think everybody can hear. Yeah. So basically, so the point is basically, if we understand the Sanskrit from the very basics, akshara, akshara, the letters, they all emanate from the Lord. They all represent the Lord. They are not different from the Lord. Like the first letter, the main letter in all the Vedic language is Om. The primeval letter is Om. Om. And it begins with A. Krishna says in the Bhagavad-Gita, of all letters, I am Om. Of all letters, I am Om. And Om is a combination of A, U, and a half M. That A is Krishna, the first letter. So these letters they are representing God himself, the Lord himself. It's an amazing thing that we are even able to communicate using a language. Actually, every animal, every being in this planet or any planet is able to communicate with some language. But a language makes such a big difference. But we are able to communicate in Sanskrit language, or any language, but the mother, the root of all languages is said to be Sanskrit language. And Sanskrit, the language, brings about a culture. A language brings about a culture. The way you speak. I have to tell you one nice example. The first time in America, in my first 1 or 2 years, I used to travel different homes and I used to preach the Bhagavad-Gita. And I loved, and people loved, some people loved, many people speak, but some people loved the way I would break down the words. But what I was amazed with is when I went to somebody's home, he was a nice Hare Krishna devotee, and his children opened the door, and they knew a preacher is coming. He's going to speak on Bhagavad-Gita, he's going to speak on Sanskrit. So when I went there to their house and opened the door, the little children opened the door. They came and they opened the door. They said, Namaste, the two little kids. They said with a sweet voice, Namaste. Then they said, Pranam Yajman. I was surprised. They're using such a refined language. Pranam Yajman. And of course, they were speaking in Hindi, but that much they said. And they said, Aiye means in a plural. They said, please come. Padhariye. Aapka swagat hai. You are welcome. So they said in Hindi. And just when they said that, my heart was so, I felt like I'm in seventh heaven. Where are these kids coming from? Just the language. It makes such a big difference. One of my friends used to tell me it's very difficult to abuse in Sanskrit. You cannot use swear words or abusive words in Sanskrit. That's the most beautiful part about it. In this language, you can speak in anger. You can curse, because all curses also are in Sanskrit. That's also there. But in general, when you speak, you cannot use, you need not use abusive language. You need not, you can avoid abusive language. You can use very good. So Sanskrit is Sanskriti. It brings about a culture. And the most beautiful part is that ever since Lord Chaitanya has come, I'll just finish this, then I'll answer that question. So ever since Lord Chaitanya has descended, this planet has changed. Okay, I would request whoever is not on mute, please mute themselves. That would help. So we can see that ever since Lord Chaitanya has descended on this planet, the world has changed. How? Everything is mixed with names of Krishna. Everything is spiritualized, but we have to recognize it. Lord Chaitanya's instructions to his followers were, go to Vrindavan and take the essence of all scriptures. Take the essence of all scriptures and give it to the people. Why? Where are we living? We are living in Kali Yuga. On top of it, we are living in an age where everybody is in a hurry, right? Hurry. But that should not be our goal. Our goal should be Hari, hurry. Right, Krishna. Our goal should be Hari, hurry. But we are in Hurry, hurry. So we don't need to understand the whole Sanskrit language. There's no time, because in Sanskrit, the most beautiful part is if you see, what makes it attractive, is the way it is pronounced. And if you see the Ganapati, in Sanskrit there is somebody called as a Ganapati. So Ganapati means, I read a verse, Sahasra Shersha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. So when I recite this Purusha Shukta is how the universe was created. How the universe is created. And this is explaining Sahasra Shersha Purushaha. So this is, the Lord has thousands of heads. Sahasra means thousands of heads. Purushaha Sahasraksha, thousands of eyes. Aksha means eyes. Sahasrapat. So in this way, he has unlimited, thousands and thousands of everything. But when they chant it, they don't say Sahasra Shersha Purushaha. It's not like that. You have to chant it in a beautiful tune, in a beautiful tone. That's what makes the difference. Sahasra Shersha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat, and that comes with practice. So similarly, when we recite Bhagavad-Gita, the beauty of Sanskrit is in the way it is recited. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. So when you, it makes a difference, right? Rather than when you say Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Yutsava Mama Kapanda Vacheva Kimakurvata Sanjaya, right? Right? It's like a parrot. But when you chant it in a very nice, sweet way, that's what we need to learn. We need to appreciate. And the point is, when we recite these verses, if we are able to break it down and understand the meaning, that's what evokes that feeling within us. And the word roots, just like when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is a lot of importance in getting the pronunciation right. When your pronunciation is very clear and you hear it very clear, the words combined with feeling hits your heart. But first you have to get the words right. So that is why in children, the first thing they do in children in the Vedic era is to give them by heart. They have to by heart. First, they need not understand the meaning. They have to by heart everything. So just by heart. And coming back to Ganapati means the meter is important. So in this, we have decided 4 sessions, but we want to do more depending on your interest. So Siddhari Prabhu and me, we got together, we were like brainstorming, and I told him that I was expecting 10 people to register. Now we have 200 and 60 are right here. Others are waiting for the recording, and there is a repeat session tomorrow and he has to do it. So, when we have so much interest, and most of those who registered, they expressed a desire that we want to study the Bhagavad-Gita and recite the Bhagavad-Gita with this. So we researched and we came up with a plan. So what we are going to do in this course is, so today I am going to introduce the Akshara, the words, after my initial introduction that I am doing right now. So I will introduce the Aksharas or the words. And tomorrow, of course, we have the repeat class. Many of you are in different time zones. And many of you are having Friday evening. You have a lot of things to do. Of course, with Corona, everything has to do between the drawing room and the dining room. You cannot do so many things outside. Outside, it has to be with the mask. You cannot breathe very long. So you better be at home, So you are right here. So what we are going to do is, starting Monday, so the 108 important verses of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to take we are going to take 4 or 5 verses a day. I think 4 verses a day we will take up. And in 27 days, we will finish the entire 108 verses. And in between, we will keep uploading. So at the end of this session, Siddhahari Prabhu will speak. Siddhahari Prabhu will speak about how you can create, what is the website, how you can create a username password. We will send this all details by email as well tonight or tomorrow morning. Depends on how tired we both are, right? so we will send it by tonight or tomorrow morning, and you will get the link, or we will give you the website. You can just go there, click on the course, sign up, and all the materials are already uploaded. And you will have some work to do. And what we will do is, first 30 days, and depending on how the first 30 days go, see, the thing is, if you do not practice every day, then you will lose touch. So we want to do something. So we both are going to put a lot of effort so that you all can be engaged every day. We want it to be very engaging, and for you to understand Bhagavad-Gita word by word, verse by verse, and that's a practical way of learning something, right? So that's the point. So if everybody thinks this is a good lesson plan, can you give a thumbs up or give a chat? Not thumbs up the drink, you cannot give, but let me see here. Okay, how many of them say good? Okay, that's a good plan. Okay, everybody agrees with that? Yes. Okay, so that's our plan. Yeah. Okay, we have somebody really type. Okay. All right, so that looks to be very popular. Let me look on this computer. Everybody's okay. Yes, looks good. Okay, so that was the lesson plan we came up with, and that was what we decided. So we found very good and amazing material that breaks down every shloka, every word of the Bhagavad Gita, and we will be doing these video lessons. So we will upload them on YouTube, of course, my channel, so you can like my channel, we want to make it popular. But at the same time, we will put the link on the website, and you can watch it, and you can watch. Plus, with your login, you should be able to make notes. So we will all give you certificates at the end of it. And the certificates will be based on 2 categories, right? So 2 categories of certificates. One is Sanskrita Sadhaka. So I will share the YouTube channel. So Sanskrita Sadhaka. Sadhaka means 30 days you have regularly logged in. Starting Monday, you logged in. So we will check your attendance. So don't just log in and log out. I did my attendance. Log in, play the video, take out time. It won't take more than 15-20 minutes. Read those verses. And what we have given, the grammar part, I'm going to just touch upon it today because it's our duration is like, we don't want to hold the lesson for more than 1 hour or something. So 1 hour we'll do the lesson and we will leave it to you. So our process of doing this is like this. So whatever we can cover within the 1 hour 15 minutes, that is our maximum plan, a lesson that we will do, we will cover. And the rest, we will let you log in, because the material we are uploading is mostly self-explanatory. So, so I'll just, oh, I think I should type it out to everyone. So anyway, so so our plan is that we will roll out lessons almost every day. So that will take a lot of our effort, but we want you to log in and then watch this lesson and watch this lesson. And once you have that, Hmm? So you type it out, what you understood, what is there, or you recite it with you, and we will have we'll probably put a short questionnaire or leave a space for you to put in notes. We will leave a space where you can put in notes and you can type in what you understood, or if you can just even copy paste you will not be able to copy paste, you have to type it in. We'll make sure you'll not be able to copy paste. Type in the important points for the day. At least something gets into the head. And we are not saying everything will get into your head, but something will get into your head. And every day as you do it, 30 days, if we do, and depending on how enthusiastic we get the participation, if everything goes well, we want to extend it by one more month. That's our plan. We want to extend it by one more month, and you get another certification. And then once that is done, we want to introduce an advanced course. If you are serious and want to continue, we want to introduce an advanced course where you can study it even deeply. Basically, in the advanced course, you understand the entire Bhagavad-Gita in the end, of course, and hopefully in the future we should be able to introduce Bhagavatam. You break down the Sanskrit. It's going to be long, but life is meant to study. Imagine you study 5 verses a day and you are able to do it. So coming to Ghanapati, Ghanapati means in Sanskrit, everything is chanted like usually Sahasra Shersha Purushaha. So you chant word by word. So that is called Laghu Guru. Laghu means soft. A, E, like that. So there is Laghu Guru, soft, hard, long, short. So all these things are very important. And Laghu Guru, this is the way it's divided. So a Ganapati means he spends the 16 years just chanting each syllable properly. Now we have no time to reach that level. And Ganapati means he is able to read a verse straight and reverse. Can you imagine somebody is able to chant straight and reverse? Isn't it amazing that you are able to chant a verse straight and reverse? But that takes 14 years. Now that will be 2034. We don't want to wait till then, right? We don't need all that. We don't need all that Sanskrit. All we need to know is simple, basic Sanskrit grammar by which we can understand day to day. Like today, what is most important? The Vedanta Sutra, the Yoga Sutra, the Bhagavad-Gita, the Bhagavatam, the Ayurvedic scriptures, what are like most relevant for us, the basic books, And if we are able to read and make sense out of it, then we will be able to, so that will be a great thing. Okay. Now, Sanskrit, there is something called as Amara Kosha. Please note that. Something called as Amara Kosha. Amara Kosha means there is so many meanings. So every word has a different meaning in Sanskrit, according to circumstance. For example, Dharma Kshetre, the first word in the Bhagavad-Gita, Dharma Kshetre. Kshetra means a holy place. Dharma Kshetra means holy place. But if you split the words Dharma and Kshetra, Dharma Kshetre, Dharma Kshetre, so they can have different meanings. Dharma means your occupation. Kshetra means a place. So what has occupation got to do with the place? But when you put the words together, Dharma Kshetra, so then it takes a contextual meaning. Contextual meaning. So that is why in the Bhagavatam, you can see a word means something. For example, in the Bhagavad-Gita, there is a beautiful translation of the word Ahimsa by Srila Prabhupada. Ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-violence. Correct? Ahimsa means, in general, it's non-violence. So non-violence can mean anything. A lot of different things. Non-violence means in thoughts, words, and deeds. But if you see Srila Prabhupada's translation of non-violence, he says, leading a materialistic life is violence. Leading a materialistic life is violence, and to lead a spiritual life is non-violence. I was stunned. When I read that, I was stunned. What a meaning. It's simply mind-blowing. So that is why the Bhagavad-Gita, every word, and the Sanskrit, every word, when it is put in a case, it becomes a contextual meaning. I'll give you one instance from the Mahabharata, where one word can mean something. So there is a famous incident where Dronacharya is killed. I think most of you know this. And if you do not know this, then you should know this. So Yudhishthira never told a lie. Yudhishthira never told a lie. And he said, so Krishna asked him to tell a lie, no, but he indirectly told a lie. So what was that? He told, yes, he said Ashwathama, correct. So we got some answer over here by Pramila Mataji. So she said, so they had to trap Dronacharya. And they went and told Dronacharya, Ashwathamo hataha. Ashwathama hataha. Hata means he's dead. Ashwathama is who? Is the name of his son. Ashwathamo hataha. But softly he said Kunjara. Or they say he said in his mind, he remembered an elephant named Ashwathama who had died. So he's telling lies also and he's not telling lies also. Because in the context he tells Dronacharya, he says Ashwathama. What does that mean? His son. But what context he is trying to tell himself, I'm not telling a lie? The elephant. So mentally he's thinking, I'm not telling a lie. There is an elephant called Ashwathama that died. But when you tell somebody's name is already Ashwathama, and you tell him somebody's son, that is Dronacharya's son, his name is Ashwathama, and you tell him in that context, Ashwathama has died, what will he think? He doesn't think of the elephant first. First he thinks of the safety of himself. So therefore, many of the Sanskrit words, so that is why there is called Amara Kosha, means each word can have different meanings. And answering, yes, to Pramila Godaji, so we will definitely have all grammar. We will do all grammar, but at the same time, we will explain the grammar using the Bhagavad-Gita. That's our goal. We will explain. So you will study the whole grammar of Sanskrit on the basis of the Bhagavad-Gita. That's our plan. That's our lesson plan. So we will introduce the grammar today, starting today. We will gradually introduce the grammar and we will leave some homework. And the point we are trying to do here is the live sessions will be here right now. And then what we are planning to do is this lesson, I will do a part of it today because I had to give a little introduction because I cannot jump to the lesson right away. There are many who are new to Sanskrit. And then I start with something, you cannot even get there. So I had to give a background. So therefore, we had thought of covering 19 slides, but we will not be able to cover everything because we need an introduction. So our plan is that I will do a part of it. I will tell you how it works. It's all self-explanatory. It's a beautiful handbook that we have selected and we will upload parts of it that is relevant because you cannot read the whole thing. It's not easy. And I will explain you how to go through it, how it will work, okay? And then after that, I will leave a part of it to you for you to do some research and we will create in that a forum where you can ask questions if you do not understand something. So we have two resources to ask questions. We have the WhatsApp group, yes, you can ask questions. And we have the WhatsApp group, plus we have the website. So we want to use mostly the website. And at the end of this, today's lesson, Siddhari Prabhu will definitely explain you how that will work. And if you are not able to work it on the website, you can just text it in this and we will take all the questions. And our plan is on Tuesday and Thursday, before the next lesson, we will answer these questions. So we will just do a live session and go live. And whoever can join in, join in. And what we will do is we'll take your questions from what homework was given. We will take that in, and we will answer. We will try to answer your questions. So that's the plan. So we will answer the questions. So that will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays nights and before the Friday lesson. So all the questions that you ask after reading the lesson uploaded, and our request is whatever lesson has been uploaded, if you are able to finish this by next Thursday, you have to read it, you have to practice it. It's not very difficult, it's not easy either, it's both. So if it's very easy, then it's tough. If it's very tough, then it's not easy. Right? So we have made it both. That's like bhakti. Bhakti is both tough and easy, right? Bhakti is tough because to really get into the taste of bhakti is tough. Yet bhakti is easy to practice, but to get the taste is tough, right? So it's a double-edged tongues. Okay, so that's the main lesson plan. And how many of you, so let's go back into the group and let's ask a question. Is this lesson plan good? Everybody's okay with this? Yes? Okay, yeah, all right. So everybody looks good, okay. All right, so that's the plan that we plan to do. Thank you so much. And so today we will start. So let me just share the document here. So I have to share the screen here. Give me one moment. First, let me share the screen here. Where did it go? No, Adobe. Yeah. Okay, so let me share the screen here now. Yeah, Steam your desktop. Where did it go? Okay, so everybody can see this lesson, correct? All right, can everybody see? Yes? The screen, right? So this
Yes,
is,
Prabhuji.
yeah, okay. So this is our screen here. Okay, so what does the chat say? Okay, chat says yes. Okay, so all right, so we'll go for this. So now it is a beautiful lesson plan that we have. And if you actually read it, these lessons are really beautiful. And first is pronunciation. So we will get into the Sanskrit pronunciation. Okay. So let's see. So Lord Brahma is the personal representation of the Supreme Lord and the source of transcendental sound Om, composed of three original sounds, A, U, and Ma. It's a half Ma. Maybe I should log out of my WhatsApp, otherwise it will start. So, Omkara. So basically, these sound. Why are we eager for this language? Because this language can purify our mind. This language can purify our culture. Okay, this language can purify our understanding of our own inner rhythm. So actually, life is meant to be lived in a rhythm. And somebody was speaking other day, the meaning of Bharata. So bhajana raga tala. So we are meant to live in a rhythm. Bhajana raga tala. So whatever you speak should be a melody. So spiritual world, the kingdom of God is said to be a place where every word is a song and every step is a dance. Okay. Where did that come from? Okay. Alright, I'm surprised. Okay. So, and does somebody have a whiteboard there? Okay, anyways. So, if we, so are we going to learn Varnamala? Yes, we are going to, but not, we are going to learn the pronunciation, and today, so I will read out, okay? So basically from Omkara, now remember this, from Omkara, Brahma created all sounds of the alphabet. So where did all the alphabets come from? They came from Omkara. So that's why when you chant Omkara, everything is included in the, is this from Jiva Goswami's grammar? Yes, this is from Jiva Goswami's grammar. So that's why it's spiritual. So from Omkara comes all the letters. And the most beautiful part is what Jiva Goswami has done is that he has, we had two options actually for Sanskrit grammar. I had another beautiful book which I wanted to use. But looking at the response of so many devotees who were interested in studying the spiritual aspect of Sanskrit and study the Bhagavad-Gita, so we decided to stick to Jiva Goswami's grammar. And this is a very small and simple book that we will cover. And along with that, we will give the examples of the Bhagavad Gita verses. So we will cover the entire grammar from this, and we will also cover the Bhagavad Gita verses. So, so from Omkara, so the 7 musical notes, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. But anyway, I'm not that good at singing, but that was my best try. But these letters, they all come from the Omkara. So the root of all letters is Om. So Om is nothing but Krishna. So Krishna is the root of all letters. The word Sanskrit means the most perfect. Means the most perfect. So that's the most important thing here, that the word Sanskrit means it is the most perfect. Now, they are divided into 5 ways they are pronounced. Okay? And every letter can be pronounced in only one way. Like in English, there is a problem. CUT is cut, right? And the same U can be in many different ways, right? We can in English the same thing can be pronounced differently in a different context. But in Sanskrit, you cannot pronounce the letter. You cannot write something and pronounce something else. Like you can write the English letter and the French you can pronounce something else. That you cannot do that. Like in English, sometimes the first letter is silent. In Sanskrit, nothing is silent. Everything makes a sound. And it makes the sound that it stands for. There is no silent letters and everything. Everything has to be pronounced the way it's pronounced. So we will look into these pronunciations now. So there are 5 types of pronunciations. Okay? And they are called Kanthya. So the explanations are given here. So this material we have uploaded on the website, and we are covering certain portions today. So you can log into the website and access this material. So, for example, the Kanthya. Okay, he says Ka and Kha, Ka, Kha, Kha, Ka, Kha, Ka, Kha. So Ka is less air. Okay. And so yogicourses.com. So Siddhahari Prabhu will introduce you to the website at the end of the class. So yogicourses.com. So yogicourses.com. Okay, yeah, Siddhari Prabhu just typed it in. Yogicourses.com. YOGICOURSES.com. So yogicourses.com, where you can go and ka. So it is less air, and kha. The only difference is when it is kha. So it is more air. So alpa prana, mahaprana. So you put in more air, more prana, more energy. Kakha, kakha. So the kha is heavy. So it's all about chacha. So more releasing more air. Tatha. So like that. So that is the first type. So that is about releasing more air. So that's how the first type is pronounced. So we have 5 different ways it is pronounced here. So first is called kanthya, right? So that is guttural. So that is when the air is pronounced, where the air is respirated less and more. Kakha, gagha, nah, all that. So the next is palatal, where you going to use your palate. So to pronounce the palatals, put the tongue in the position to pronounce. Now in this position, practice other letters. For these letters, so it's all explained here. So let's go to the pronunciation. So the explanation is here. So we have included that. So you can also e. So you have to keep the tongue position there. Cha, cha, ja. So literally you keep it. So the tongue position. And murdhana, retroflex. So murdhana. Then you see dental, where you use the teeth, and osteo, that is labial. So 5 different types of pronunciations are explained here, and the explanations are given below. So put the tongue bent upwards for retroflex letters. Tongue bent upwards so that the tip of the tongue touches the plate. So that is for the retroflex letters. So in this way, if you see, they are called as murdhana, the retroflex, like this. Ra, 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 ta, ta, da, da, nya, ra, sa. So the sha. So basically you have to turn the tongue. So that is for the reflex. So for guttural, you put the more air, kakha, right? For talavya, you fix the sound, fix the tongue. E. Literally, it is fixed. E. Cha, cha. It's fixed. So murdhana is where you twist the tongue a little upwards. Ra, ra. It has to go upward. Ra, ra. But I'm not fixing it. If you see in palatal, it's fixed. E. There's no way it becomes small or big. E. It's fixed. So murdhana, the tongue becomes upward. Okay. So in this way, each one has a way it can be pronounced. So if you get that right, the pronunciation, the way it is done right. So your first exercise is to get the pronunciation of these letters correct. And when you chant these slokas, then you will not make a mistake. Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre. So all this expansion, all these things, they will become proper. Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre. So wherever it needs to go wide and short, tongue up, tongue down, all these things, you will get it right when you practice the pronunciation correctly. So the dental letters are pronounced with the tongue touching the upper front teeth. So the previous one, the tongue was upward, but here it is touching the front teeth. Yeah, the book says Americans may find it a little difficult, but in general, if you practice, nothing is difficult. So let's do the dentals now. Okay, and remember the rule. So the tongue has to touch the upper teeth. So this pronunciation is going to be the core in trying to understand or trying to read the Bhagavad-Gita properly. La, ra. So do you see here? It is the dantya. So what did the rule say? The teeth has to be fixed to the upper. The tongue has to be fixed to the upper teeth. La, ra, ta, tha, da, dha, na, la, tha. So na, la, tha. So the tongue basically is touching the front upper teeth. La, ra. So literally it's kind of biting, touching against the tongue. La, you see here, la, ra. Ta, tha, da, dha, na, la, sa. And the last one. So now we will revise it. So I want to read for you to have it on the screen and read the rule properly, so you know where the reference material is when you actually refer. So, so the okay, the letter I is pronounced as I. Oh yeah, that's different. The word wa is pronounced with teeth and lips. So basically, you use the lips here. In the last set, you use the lips. So we will go over all of this again. So, okay. Ooh, ooh. Puff. So the lips are very much engaged here. The movement of the lips. Puff. Babha. Ma. You see? So, Kantya, it is all about air pressure. Kakha. The tongue doesn't bite anywhere. The tongue doesn't twist or go up or touch the teeth or anything. Kakha. Gagha. Ah. Gagha. So like that. The palatal, of course, does the palate. E. You fix the position of the palate, the tongue. And literally your lips also get fixed. E. Cha. Jajja. You see, this doesn't move, the tongue doesn't move. Right? Ya, sha. So that is talavya, palatal. The next is murnya, where the tongue kind of goes upward. Ra. Ta. It's kind of going da, but it's not touching the teeth. Na, ra, sa. So the tongue is going up and down, but it's not touching the teeth. Dantya, dantya means dental, it's touching the teeth. La, ra, ta, tha, da, dha, na, la, sa. Right? So that's the group. The last one is using a combination of lips, teeth, ooh, paffa, babha, ma, like this. So in this way, these are the 5 ways. So you have to practice this throughout this week, right? So you have to, this week, you have to get the pronunciation right. Those who are born in India, somehow the Indian languages, the Sanskrit is, the words are already there. So it becomes, it's already, the PDF is available. This book is available, this whole setup. We have done it on the website, where you can just, you don't have to download and everything. You can just go there and you can, lesson by lesson, we have put it there. So if you pronounce this right, then you will be able to pronounce the shlokas also properly. So the first part of Sanskrit is to get the pronunciation right. Okay, so before we go anywhere ahead, I want to see if anybody has any questions, or can you please provide the link to the website? Definitely, we will provide. I think it's yogicourses.com. Okay. So before we go ahead, I just want to check. Let me do the stop share, and I just want to ask. So was this okay? Was this lesson okay? Was everybody able to understand? Do we see
Yes, Prabhu.
thumbs ups, thumbs downs? Was my pronunciation okay? Were you able to understand? Yes, Telugu scripts also same. Correct. Any Indian script is the same. If anybody thinks there is any other better way I can do it, please, I am open to feedback. Me and Siddhahari, we are also by by uh, by teaching you learn. It is said, if you want to learn, if you teach the wall, you will learn one time, but when you are in Zoom with so many people, you learn 10 times better. So that's my way of learning. So basically, by teaching, I learn. So that is the first part we wanted to. So anybody what is the difference between line on top and dot under or accent? Okay, good question. Okay, now one thing we have to understand is the Sanskrit and transliteration. So what happens in transliteration, let me share this once again. Let me share the Adobe, yes. So this is somehow I learned how to share. Okay. Okay, here it is. So the Sanskrit transliteration we have to understand here in these words. So for those who are new, the letter A represents, of course, A. Then the line on top indicates dirgha, means long. Ah. So anything with a line on top means ah, right? So it's like the extended version of that word. A plus A is ah. But anyway, A plus A is also ah. Right? So A plus A is ah. So ah is the right ah. So that means dirgha swara. So it is called alpaswara dirgha swara, long. Right? If I have to pronounce wrong. So the kha, of course, that is more air. So that is not kha. It is kha. So the talavya, you see? So the line on top. There is some question. There is a dot under. Yes. So dot under, I will come to that. E. So I is E. That is the Sanskrit transliteration equivalent. E. So here you see na. So na na, right? And the dot under r. So r. So the dot under is ra. It's like adds like a r sound. So the r. So we can find that in many examples. It Krishna, Kr, it kind of shortens. La, it kind of shortens it. La, ra. So ra, it kind of shortens it there and adds a r sound there. Sanskrit alphabets. I don't understand that question. These are Sanskrit alphabets. Are you referring to something else? Rajeshwari Priyamataji can elaborate the question. This is all the Sanskrit alphabets. A, E, ta. So ta. So not ta, the letter. So letter shortens it, the dot. Krishna. So yes, Varnamala. Yeah. Oh, the Sanskrit letters you mean? You mean in Sanskrit? Oh, okay. We can add that page. We can add that page. But in general, this is, we can definitely add that page. Siddhari Prabhu, point noted. This Varnamala is in transliteration. So the Varnamala in Sanskrit, we can just add a page. Maybe I'll send it. So in Sanskrit. So definitely we can add that, because that will be more helpful to read. Yes, we'll definitely. But for in general, because we have a mix of people from everywhere, so literally, so that's why we decided. So ta, so the dot kind of ta, tha, da, dha. So that dot, Krishna, Krishna. So it makes that dot makes it shorter. Ra, ra. So the at the top, it makes it longer. So those are the ways we have to understand these letters, so to speak. And we have to learn the Sanskrit letters. Yes, Vijeshkari Mataji, I got that point. So we have to put the Sanskrit letter and the equivalent. So what we'll do is we'll put a table with the Sanskrit and the translation equivalent. We'll just put that. Up is A, then E, R. So all these. So dot kind of in English, this is R, right? In English, R. But to pronounce it properly, instead of R, when you put a dot, it becomes Ra, right? When you put a dot, Krishna. So Kra. So instead of Ra, when you put the dot, it becomes Krish. Kr. So the dot. So that's why the dot is used below. We see there. So yeah. So basically, that is the Varnamala, and these are the way it's pronounced. So if we go over these pronunciations, for this week, this is the most important thing that you will need to do is every day spend time sitting in front of the mirror and make whatever faces you need to and pronounce them properly. Or hear these pronunciations and pronounce them properly. So there is a nice article in this book on pronunciation. It's you can go through it. It's pretty self-explanatory, and so Srila Prabhupada is explaining that please read shlokas regularly. So when you read the shlokas regularly, that's when it really makes sense. So there is a very beautiful, I wanted to read it over, but we are kind of already 1 hour into this, so it will take a little bit of time. So I don't want to get into that. I want to go to the next part. So samnya, so this is what is samnya technology. So combination of letters. So how are letters combined? So it's all about the combination of letters. So we will now pronounce these letters. We will now pronounce these letters. So in general, if I would pronounce the L in Sanskrit, it will be L. But if I put a dot below, it becomes La, like that. So that's why age, right? So that's why the dot is used. So that is an equivalent to pronounce the Sanskrit. So that is why the transliteration is used to make it pronounceable to the Sanskrit letter itself. Okay. So let us pronounce this. Now in Zoom, if everybody unmutes and pronounces, it is difficult. So we will not do that. But when what we will do is I'll pronounce each letter and you can repeat, still on mute. I can't hear, but you can repeat. Okay? So at least you are able to get the pronunciation right. Okay? So let's read this once today. Or we can read two together. They are actually pairs. Instead of Okay, can I at least see? That's how it's pronounced. Ah. So they are pairs. Now you will see the rule. They are in pairs. The first five, they are in pairs. Ah. E. Can we repeat that? Ah. E. U. R. La. The tongue. La. Right? Ra. So the ra, the first one is a. E. U. Ra. Pronounce it nicely. Ra. Okay. La. So the tongue has to go. La. It's fixed on the dental. La. The dental. Now the E, it's not pronounced E. It's A. I. O. Ow. And the last two are called Anuswara and Visarga. Aha. So we'll go over it once again. Okay, so we want to get the pronunciation right. E. U. R. La. A. I. O. Ow. Aha. It's not aha, it's aha. Right? Okay. So is Sanskrit Varnamala same as Hindi? So next is Kakha Gagha Nya. So can we repeat that? Kakha Gagha Nya. So that's the way all these others will be repeated. Consonants. Okay. Thank you, Vakreshwar Pandit Prabhu. So Vakreshwar Pran Prabhu for that point. Yeah. Kakha Gagha Nya. Okay. Is everybody doing it? Kakha Gagha Nya. Chacha Jajjana. Chacha Jajjana. Tatha Daddhana. Tatha Daddhana. Then Tatha Daddhana. Paffa Babbhama. Paffa Babbhama. Okay, we'll go over it once again. Kakha Gaghana. Chacha Jajjana. Tatha Daddhana. Tatha Daddhana. Paffa Babbhama. Then the last 8. The last 8 are Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sa, Sha, Sa, Ha. Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sa, Sha, that's Sha, Sa, Ha. That's how it's pronounced. Okay. All right. I hope everyone got it. Can we have a chat in the box? Was that okay? Everybody was able to get it? Was it too difficult? Was it okay? A bit better to chat. The sound echoes kind of. So everybody's good. It was good. Okay. All right. Okay. What is anuswar and visarga? So anuswar and visarga means and aha. So they are added. They are kind of addition. Sa was confusing. The sa, the sa. Oh, there are three sa. Okay. There is the sa, the bunny, the first one, right, with the on the head, right? And the sa with the dot below, and the sa which is empty. So I will get that. So the first one is sa. Sha is actually sa. Sa. The next one is sha, the Sanskrit pa with a line across. The third one is a regular sa. Ya, ra, la, va, sa. That in sa, sha, sa. So that's the difference, the way it is pronounced. So this, the plain essay, sa, right? Sa. The dot, sha. The one with the bunny, sha. Right? So that's how it's pronounced. So that's the only difference there. Okay, there is some chat here. I'm not able to get it. Okay, let's go to the chat. Where is the chat? Okay, it disappeared. Okay, anyways. So that's the only difference. Sa, ya, ra, la, va, sha, sa, ha. Sha, sa, sa, ha. So yes, sa is a little confusing there. It's a little minor difference. Sa, sha, sa, sa. Right? Whenever it's the dot is a sha, it's a sha. Sha, like sha, full open. Sa, sa, sa. Ha. So that's the only difference. It's like a little minor difference, but as you practice, you will see. We'll put the Sanskrit equivalent. I think with that it will become more clear. Okay. All right. On the web page, we'll definitely do that. Now let's go to the next part. So now we have to go into the Sandhi. Now here comes the most beautiful part. The way it is, Jiva Goswami has arranged the names for this grammar. The way Jiva Goswami has arranged the names for, can we get pronounced somewhere to check ourselves if we are saying it right? So this, please take words as examples, use all sir pronouns. Yes, okay. The fifth of the first line and fifth of the second and confusing. Okay. At the end, I will explain the sa once again with an example. We'll take up some shlokas. Say Dashavatara. You see the sa on the head is sa. The sha. Of course, there's the a. Dash avatara. You don't say dasavatara. If it's the bunny is missing, the line is missing on the head, then how will you pronounce it? Dasavatara. But if it's the line is there, dashavatara. So you don't put the dot, it's not dashavata, right? You don't put the dot below because it's not cut off. Dashavata, dashavata. No, it is dashavatara. So there is a also at the end, right? So that is the difference in pronunciation. Would have been helpful. Yes, I agree, because for today's class, because we had such a global audience, so we did not use the Devanagari. So what we will do is we'll put the equivalent. Definitely we'll put the equivalent, and we will. Okay, on public demand, what I'll do is me and Siddhahari Prabhu will sit down Sunday evening. We will make a video just with the pronunciation. So what we will do is we'll display each letter. Okay, the Sanskrit and the transliteration, right? So that will come up. So we'll make a PowerPoint slide with all of these, the Sanskrit and the transliteration. So we will record a video where we are pronouncing with the Sanskrit and this. I hope that's a good solution. So you will hopefully have this video Monday morning, right? So first thing. So yes, so we'll do that. Yeah, so we'll do that. Thank you, Anika ji. Yeah, so we will definitely do that. Um, yeah, so like Bhaskar Prabhu said, that's correct. So basically, the Shavatara. So this word itself is an example. If I use the Sa, the third one, so there are three S's, right? The Sa, Sha, Sa. Sha, Sa, Sa. So if you see, if I use the one which is plain, the Savatara, it will become the Sa, the Sa. But if I use the line, it becomes the Shavatara, the Sha. It's like extended. And but the sh, it ends with a silent, the one with the dot below, the sh. So then the sha, then it won't fit in here. So it has to be long. So the shavatara. So that is why the line. That's the difference between the sas. But what we will do, like we said, we have taken this feedback. We are also improving, and we are also doing our best. So what we will do is we'll make a lesson, we'll make a video, and we will put this in a slideshow, and with the Sanskrit and the transliteration equivalent, we'll make it. So our idea is during the weekdays, we will record these videos and we will keep putting it up on the course website and my YouTube page, and we'll share it there. And then you can watch again and again, practice, that's our whole plan. In that way, you are in touch. It's not that we do it and then we wait for the next week. So the first division that Srila Jiva Goswami does. So I will do this and I will do an example of Sandhi and I will conclude in the next 15-20 minutes. I know it's quite a long time, but rest I will leave it to you to go through. And these are self-explanatory. It's beautifully given. And whatever questions you have, chat it in WhatsApp or this when you log in. Please do that and put in your questions. We will be happy to sit down and answer. Just like today's. Okay, we kind of discussed it, and we were also like running around. The first thing we were trying to fix was how will we do it? I have 2 paid Zoom accounts. But then we thought 200 have registered. So then we need to buy that thing. But then we realized it's like a $150 thing. So I thought, well, let's use this and see how it works. So that took a lot of time to figure out. And we are happy that we could figure it out and everything could be made available to all of you. And we are having this smooth program going on right now. Okay, now the first 10 of these alphabets, the first 14 letters, of course, are called Sarveshwara. So what is the first 14 letters? You can see here. And the first 10 have a different meaning. The first 14, you can see what are the first 14? A, I, U, R, L, 10. A, I, O, Au. Then aha, they are just additions. Aha do not exist independently. Jnanam. So jnana. Then you add the Aha. Aha, that is visarga, anuswara and visarga. That is also an addition. Krishnaha. So that aha, it doesn't exist independently. It has to conjunct with something. So that is the anuswara and visarga. They are not independent. They have to be conjunct with something. So a, I, U, ra, la, a, I, o, au. These 14 letters, they are independent. That is why they are called Sarveshwaras. They are called independents. They can exist by themselves, but and aha, they need to be added. Now, kakha, gagha, na, they have meaning only when it is added with a Sarveshwara. So that rules we will see. So these first 14, so he calls them Sarveshwaras. And you can see here, the first 14 letters are vowels. And Srila Jiva Goswami calls them Sarveshwara. Sarveshwara means controller of everything. So they control the whole, the way you pronounce. Sarveshwara, they control the whole pronunciation. So if you get those pronunciations right, that's where everything else revolves around that. So those 14 words you need to understand. What are the 14 words? Let's repeat that. A, A, I, I, U, U, R, R, L, Ra. Then the Anuswara Visarga are not used, but then A, I, O, Au. So these 14 are the independent. Okay. Out of these, the first 10 are called Dashavatara. The first 10 are called as Dashavatara. Dashavatara. So he has made it, and they come in pairs. The first 10 are called as Dashavatara. So these are things you can note down. We have uploaded this material, so you can find this material. So you have to read again and again and make your notes. Only then it will get into your head. Sanskrit is all about pronouncing, repeating, writing, repeating, pronouncing, writing, repeating, pronouncing, writing, repeating, and pronouncing. The more you do the writing, repeating, and pronouncing, the more you will get better. It's all about practical pronunciation. So he's made these beautiful, the first 10 letters are called as Dashavatara. So he has given the 10 incarnations of Krishna. So that's a very beautiful way. And they appear in 5 pairs. The first 10 letters appear in 5 pairs. A, I, I. So that is why they are not pronounced A, E, E. No, they are pronounced, the practice itself is in pairs. Because one is the short sound, one is the long sound. The short sound is called as Vamana, and the long sound is called as Trivikrama. Vamana means the short incarnation of the Lord, and Trivikrama means the largest incarnation of the Lord. So he has put it as, in that way. A, I, I, U, Ra, La. Right? So the one is 1 unit and the A is the double of that. A. So A should take double the time of A. I. So it should take double. U. The second one takes the double, like that. So then is a nasal sound. Is called Vishnu Chakra or Anuswara. So the Anuswara and Visarga. So we have some chat here. Is the Purusha Sukta, there is a line, Purusha Evedam Sarvam Idam Evedam, and the dot on top, that is what Evedam. What is it so? Because Ma is the dot in Yes, I'll answer this at the end. I got it, but I have to think a little. So I'll just finish this. I'll get to that question. Between Ra and the 2 in the first line, ending letter Na of her and the N of Cha. Okay, I'll get to all of that. But first, let's get to this. And the pronunciation. Like I said, the pronunciation, we do the Sanskrit and the English. But you get the basic pronunciations here. So I'll just get this page and I'll answer those 2 questions. Okay, I have to just finish this page. A, I, U, R, La. Okay, these are called Dashavataras, the 10 first letters, and they come in pairs, short and long. The long one is double, pronounced in the double amount of the second one. The line at the top indicates the long one, dot at the below, short, so it's like a combination there. That's just for English, so that it can break the letter. Then Ma, he calls it Vishnu Chakra, like the chakra means like a round chakra, a circle. And Ha is called Vishnu Sarga or Visarga. So the consonants are called Vishnu Janas, means the consonants. So all these others are called as consonants. So they work in conjunction with the other letters. They work in conjunction with the first 14 letters. So they have to work in conjunction. So these are consonants. They work in conjunction with this only. So they are dependent. So they are independents and these are dependents. Means they independently, they don't convey much. They have to be added to convey something. When 2 of these people combine, when 2 of the consonants combine, then it becomes a it actually is called as satsanga. So when two Vishnu Janas, so he calls it devotees of the Lord. So when two devotees combine, it becomes Satsanga. So there is a group of 5 letters. So he called that Vishnu Varga. So the materialist world, interestingly, out of this, the Paffa Babbhama, it has a spiritual meaning to it. That's called as the material. Pavarga and Apavarga. So Pavarga means material. So Pavarga, Paffa Babbhama. So Paffa Babbhama means Pa, Parishrama. Parishrama in Sanskrit means hard work. Paffa, Fena. Fena means foam. When you work hard, your mouth kind of foam, you're tired. And then Ba is bondage. Bandha. Bha, Bhaya. The word Bhaya means fear. Paffa, Babha, Ma. Ma means Mrityu. So that is called Pavarga. That's like the material. So it is said one should not be Pavarga, one should be Apavarga. The path of liberation is the opposite of that. So that is material liberation. So I will read one rule here, then I will go back to the questions is there. So the rest of the rules for today, like we are already running out of time. So I will just quickly read a couple of rules of this verse. So now we come to the verse meter. That is called Chandas. Everything in Sanskrit has a meter. And the meter is marked. Okay, so it is marked. It is marked. Alpa Prana is Vamana. Yes. So it is marked. So this meter, it is marked. Every letter is marked with high sound or low sound. Laghu, Guru. So there are rules. So when you write a verse in Sanskrit, somebody once I told Sanskrit, he said that's not Sanskrit, it's Sanskrit. So after that I'm trying to pronounce it Sanskrit. Okay, here is one example. Okay, Chintamani Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vriksha. So how is it done? So the S is Guru and the line is Laghu. So Guru means long and Laghu means short. So in Sanskrit, you take out every verse and you have to understand the rules. So the rules we will understand, but I'm just trying to explain to you what we are trying to get to, how the meter works. So the meter works when we mark the letters based on the rule. So it is either Guru or Laghu. So Guru means longer, Laghu means shorter. And then the way it is pronounced, Chinta Mani, Ma is short, right? Ma is smaller. Chinta Mani. So Ma is short, Mani, Ni. Prakhara, I'm not pra, it's not prakara, it's prakhara. Chinta Mani Prakhara. Sadmasu, Kalpavreksha. So that indicates the way it needs to be either taken up or maintained. Chintamani Prakhara Sadmasu Kalpavreksha. Right? So the S and L, the S and the so that's the way you need to mark it, Laghu and Guru. So the marking like that, so then we make it after that. So here is where it explains. According to traditional system, the light syllables Laghu are marked with a straight line. And you say La. The first letter of the word Laghu is 1 time unit, means 1 and 2, right? We remember, right? The short ones 1 time unit, 2 time units. So whether you use that word for one time unit or two time units. So one time unit, lagu, line. If you use it for two, then it becomes guru. Laghu, guru. Laghu, guru. Hmm? So in that way, we have to mark. So in that is how you get to the meter. So each combination, so there are combinations of these. Laghu, guru, the way it should be. Guru, guru, laghu, guru, laghu, 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 guru, laghu, laghu, guru, laghu, guru, guru. So there are combinations. So those combinations, they are called meter. Bhagavad-Gita is in a certain meter, Bhagavatam is in a certain meter. So there are different meters. We will study all those different names of these meters as we go on. So that is how they are grouped. So there are certain rules which they follow. So verse meter, for example, rule 1, Trivikrama, long, a, e, u, r, and also a, I, o, au. So these are all guru, heavy, and they are marked with a S. So followed by Vishnu Chakra, Swarga, double consonant. So they are all guru. So a syllable is light only when it ends with a Vamana, short vowel. Short vowel. So in this way, you should learn as we practice. So here is an example given. Let us read how this works, okay? And then I will kind of wind up today. Chintamani. Okay, so the first syllable has a short I, chi, but it is followed by a satsanga. Therefore, it is a guru. So the satsanga means it's a combination of letters. So if one letter, chi, it is small, it's supposed to be a lagu, but it is followed by a guru, a combination. So when there is a combination, so what happens? When there is a combination, it also becomes guru. So that is the rule. For the same reason, the syllables ni. So after ni, there is a pra, there is a combination. Pa and ra, that's combination. Pra. So therefore, even ni, so ni, sa, and vra are also guru. Okay. According to when, so because pra is a combination, you see ka is a short. Ka is short because after the ka, ra is also short. It's not a combination. Right? Chi, you see chintamani. Chi, after chi there is chinta, nanta. So there is a combination. So you have to apply these rules. You have to start writing these rules. There is an example. So you should write this down, examine. And that's the only way you are going to learn. I can explain it, break it down, but if you get it, so you have to understand the rule. So if there is a small letter, shorter letter, but if it is followed by a combination, then it becomes guru. Right? If a short letter is followed by a short letter, then it is lagu. For example, ka, ra. These are short letters, so they are both short. Okay? So in this way, you have to see, for example, ka is short, but it is followed by pa. That la is also cut pa, but it's a combination. Because of that, it becomes guru. But that itself is short, pa. So that is short. Vra is a root letter, but it is followed by ksha. So then it is guru. So in this way, we have to understand these rules. So we have to spend a little time. And that's why we want you to study these and ask questions. There is another example here. Shriyaha, Kanta. Yaha is a combination. That is Visarga. So whoever was asking Visarga, here is the example. Ya, aha. Ya plus aha, yaha. Ya plus aha, yaha. So it becomes a combination. Then Shri itself is short, but yaha, right? So yaha, then there is a ka, right? So that is guru. So all these rules, as you apply these different rules, so you will find that then you are able to designate. And once you become expert at designating these, and how do you designate? That is sandhi. So I will do one sandhi and I will end for today. The first one, we'll continue these sandhis. So what are we going to do? A plus a is a. So the first one, this is the easiest sandhi. A plus a. So in this two ekatmas, so two of those first letters, they form a double letter. A. So samsara dava nala. We sing this song dava nala. So dava plus anala. Dava nala. Right? Bahu udara. Bahudara. Bahudara. Bahu. So it becomes a long letter. So these combinations. So whenever there is a plus a, right? E plus E, E. U plus U, U. When all these simple combinations come, these are not complex combinations. So that is sandhi. So in this way, if you find these questions gradually, you will find that if you understand these rules, so there are many of these rules. Today we are kind of running out of time, so I will kind of try to stop at this and answer a few questions, and we will cover these sandhis in another video in the middle of the week. By that time, we want you to go through these rules, and we will kind of make a video out of it here. I would like to answer a few questions here by Ujjwal, beginning with Ujjwal Rasand Prabhu's question. I'm not able to find it. Can we get some? Okay. In Purusha Shukta, the line Purusha eveda sarvam. Yeah, evedam has a dot on top, but it is pronounced evedagam. No. It is only if it is.
Yeah, bro. The question, the thing is like that line,
Hmm.
the M has that dot on top, but when you hear the
Hmm.
pronunciation, it's Purusha Evedagam Sarvam. So that has the gum, and I've seen it other places also. So just wanted to know. I think also in this document, I read that if you scroll up, there is the gum part, but I wasn't sure where in like any prayer do we add the gum. I read it up. If you scroll up a little in the first rule, it was talking about it.
Purusha evedagam. Yat
If we scroll up,
bhutai yaccha bhavyam.
yeah. So that is the but in Evedagam it's actually GAM. I've read
Yeah. So the it,
Bides gum.
it is written itself is like that. It's not evedam. It's evedagam. So
Yeah, the ma has like what is it called? Like in like Yagya, the N has like a squiggly line on top. So the ma has that. So is that squiggly line like saying it's the gum or something like that?
that is nya.
Right.
Yeah. Nya. But
So
this
the
it is pronounced. It is written also evedagam only.
it's not written as gum, Prabhu. It's only written as Evedam.
Evedagam.
I can
That
text you a
is
screenshot.
okay. But you are right. It is pronounced as evedagam only. Purusha Purusha evedagam. Yes, it's pronounced there only. And yat bhutai yaccha bhavyam. So there is a rule there where it's for alankar, to make it, glorify it, to beautify it. I will give you the exact thing, but good question. I'll put that. And okay, so that's alankar. It is solved in the alankara part. So I will that we have not yet reached, but I will make a video on that. That's a good part question. I'm also confused between the two ra. And the first line, I couldn't understand that. Ka and then so we pronounce that. Also, prana is yes. Prabhu, does it mean that the letters are always marked as a Lagu of Guru based on the letters that follow them? Yes, so you have to follow the rules here, and you will. Do these rules Twitter apply for Bengali also? I think so, but we are studying Sanskrit, so most of the Indian languages follow the same. Could you please cover part of the session what you want to cover? Keep some time to answer to chat box questions in them. It will help us focus on what to lesson for. Yes, it will be more effective. Yes, yes. Feedback taken. So that's why in the end I wanted to answer these questions. So, so basically, that part comes in Alankara, Evedagam, you know. So I'll make a separate video for that. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure, Prabhu.
Yeah. So we'll get on that some other time because it will take some explanation for the Alankara. So first part is now if we get the pronunciation of the letters right, and then we get on. So all these questions that we haven't answered or like this part, so we will all make videos out of it. We'll do our own research from this part and try to explain it within these lessons so that we can understand. And then, is Siddhari Prabhu, are you, I see your camera is off. Now I wanted you to explain the thing. So anyways, so let me stop share and stop share here also. Now, my question to, so we see many, we have come down to 39 here. Okay, so many of them could not stay very long. Okay, but I'm sure they'll watch the feedback, the replay. So clarification is the satsang becomes, so we are supposed to pronounce long, although it is small like in Chintamani. If letter is preceded by satsang guru, then we are supposed to pronounce long, although it is small, like in Chintamani. Yes, so that is what the rule says. So because it is followed by that, so then you mark it as guru. So we have to, then it becomes also guru when it is followed by a combination. So that is the rule. So we follow it like. Okay, so now I want to take a poll before Siddhari Prabhu is back. So was this today's way? What we did, was this good enough? Okay, please don't unmute. please keep on mute. If you cough there, you cough here also. Let's mute it.
Thank you, Prabhu. I really appreciate it. This is Hemaji. I'm looking forward for the next class.
Okay, all right. You spoke on both the. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. And how about others? Do you think this method is okay? This speed is okay? Do we need to change something? Do we need to go a little slow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's good? How many of you say okay?
Yeah, this is good, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. How many of you say, I see only 2 hands. Rest of you are, looks like not happy. Okay. Okay. All right. So looks like it's pretty, so we will go by this, and our plan is, we knew that within 1.5 hours in such a big group, we can cover to a certain degree only. So our plan is a little slower is preferable. Okay, yes, because in the end, I tried to put a little more for the, so we can go a little slower. So what we will do is, for the first week, we will try to cover up these lessons because these are very strong basics. At the same time, we will update the Gita, Bhagavad-Gita verses. So we want you to have a combination of this Sanskrit as well as the Gita verses. Okay, our Siddhari Prabhu is back. And a combination of that, and in that way, the whatever is left out is covered. And our young generation is here, Ujjwal Rasanand Prabhu. So let me hear from him. And we have Ishwar Prabhu, also very senior devotee here. Hare Krishna. And Ujjwal Prabhu, what do you think? This is okay?
Yes, Prabhu. I mean, I personally have, like, I'm born from India, so I've studied Hindi and Devanagari script for many years now. So far, it is similar things, but of course looking forward for more advanced courses into Sanskrit.
Of course, yeah. The first class is always an introduction.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely, yes. So I was trying to, because we have a lot of Westerners, Indians. We have a nice mix here, so we have to make it work for everyone. But we had a plan that we knew we won't be able to cover so much. But I tried to cover something. Some things we wanted to really cover. I knew, but Siddhari Prabhu was saying, no, no, let's cover till here. Okay, I said, okay, let's give it a try. So the rest we will make into lessons, and we will make videos of it, and we'll try to record it regularly and put it on the YouTube. I'll share the YouTube, my YouTube link, and the now Siddhari Prabhu. I would like to explain. I would like to give the spotlight to him, so that he can explain how you can. I think I should make him the host for this one. So just give me one moment. Go back to the speaker view, and I put the spotlight video. Would you like to share the screen, Prabhu?
Sure.
So I think I have to make you the host then. Make host. Then you can make me the host afterwards. Huh? Change host.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, let me open it 1 second.
So Siddhari Prabhu will now explain the, yes. So whatever questions are left out, we will check the chat, and we will make it into a video.
Okay, so this is the website.
Okay, one moment.
Okay.
Now I have to also share here. So I'm not sure how to share here. But anyway, I can open the website, share the screen here as you are speaking, so they can hear you speak.
Yeah.
And we can do the same thing. 1 second. yogicourses.com.
Yes.
It was the name we came up yesterday. And as we were preparing, we are also growing with this program. So you have to also bless us that we also are able to do this successfully. So let me open this. So this is the website. I'll share here. Yeah, what you are here speaking, they can hear. Yeah.
Okay, so on the website, if you scroll down, you will see a course there. It says Learn Sanskrit Introductory Course. In the future, we'll put more courses there, but for now, click on See More. Once you click on it, there'll be an option on the right side which says Login to Enroll. When you click on the login button, it gives you the option to log in or register. When you click on registration, it will ask you a username and an email address. It will send you an email to your email address. However, the email may end up in your spam box. So you should check your spam box and find out, your contact. Basically you get a link to set up your password. So like here, I would set it up, Sid, CD, and I'll register. So it sent me an email with a password. I'll go to my email and find the link. And after you have done that, once you log in, this is another account I have, then you should be able to see 4 courses for now. We'll add more as we go forward. You click on one of them, and then here you will see first lesson to download. We'll add the video which you see today also here later once it's finished, and you can download here. And that's it. I think this is it.
Yeah, okay. All right. So this is where you register, and once you get that email, once you log in, and then you can, okay, you have to make me the host now.
Okay, let me see how I do it.
Okay. So now you just, that when you scroll on mine, you get the 3 dots.
Okay.
Click on that and make host.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just change spotlight video. Okay. So that's how it works. So you just go to that website, yogicourses.com, and you register there. Our material for today is uploaded there. And all our videos, everything we will upload, and we will also email you the YouTube where we will upload all this, and all the link to the YouTube we will put it there. So we will see number of views also. And then we are working on, once you register, if we upload some material, you should also get an email. Okay, this is uploaded, this lesson is uploaded. So the first week we'll be working through this, and we hope in another week we get this all done, and we have a good way of doing these videos, and we can do more classes. So we are hoping that, and we will also start breaking down the Bhagavad-Gita videos. So it may take 1 week to just get going. Have patience, and whatever we have done, now log in, create, go through this lesson, what we did. This video I will upload immediately now, once this is done, and by tonight I will send the link, and when you click, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, or and then you can create, and we will upload there also. Then you have this lesson. Tomorrow's lesson, the repeat lesson, so those who missed today, will be done by Siddhahari Prabhu. That will be 7:30 PST, 10:30 EST. I think for tomorrow we'll use only one link. I think people, I think it should be good. Yeah, good. We kind of assessed it today. Okay, and we will record every lesson, and we will upload it. Even the repeat lesson we will record and we will upload, so that you get the benefit of it. Okay, so there are a few more chats here quickly. Thank you for, so yes, okay, thank you so much. Yes, and we are thankful to all of you that you all joined us today, and we hope this was beneficial, and we need your blessing. We are also learning through this process, and advanced Sanskrit, it's been a long time since I also advanced. So course is a way for me to teach and learn. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So
Hare Krishna.
yeah, we'll keep in touch, and of course weekdays, weekends, what we discussed.
Hare Krishna.
Bye.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you so
Krishna.
much. Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, one good.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
If
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.